All right. Oh, wait. That's not supposed to be there yet. Chill. What's up, everyone? My name is AJ Crypto. It's Thursday, September 12th. I am doing a somewhat abbreviated live stream today. It's probably going to be a little 35 minutes because I have so much going on today. I'm doing my members only live stream. I'm going to go ahead and say 1 p.m. members only. That's when we go far down the rabbit hole. We talk about the Telegram trades. We talk about how we set up the SWE breaking out before SWE broke out. We could talk about all the positions we talked about, in the Telegram group this week. And we also have an open Q&A for anybody in the Telegram group who has any extra questions or any verification, or they just want to learn something. Feel free to ask anything you want. Members only, starting at 1 p.m. today. So that's going to be a really good time. It might be at 2 p.m. Just look at the thumbnail because I am filming a video with Ben and J-Chains today. And it depends on what time works for Ben. So the members only, I want to aim for 1, but if it's not at 1, we're going to push it to 2. So just a quick heads up for you guys there. And I got a bunch of content coming your way. Headed to the UFC fight tomorrow. Won't have any videos out tomorrow, but Saturday and Sunday I will have content for you guys. So there you go. Super obviously big shout out to VeChain. Big shout out to Sonny, Jake, Francesco, everybody at VeChain. I could not be more grateful to go to the fight. Sugar Sean, first ever UFC fight at the Sphere. Even got a ticket for one of my good friends, Crypto Face. Bam, we're gonna have a great time in Vegas this weekend. So all thanks to VeChain and my partnership with them. So big shout out to them. It's gonna be a really good time. Amazing. So let me check the chat here. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. No, we're starting a little bit late today, but I wanted to do a shorter live stream today because I have the members only, and I'm filming 2 videos after that. So, hey, you gotta give and take. But I saw this news story today, and mind explosion. All right, and you already kind of saw it right when the screen went out. XRP rockets as Grayscale announces an XRP trust. Guys, this is what I meant when we talked about the XRP price. I mean, not long ago at all on this channel, we talked about how XRP behaves, the characteristics of how this particular chart behaves. Okay. And before I get into the details on the Grayscale story, all right, we're chilling, we range, and we pop. We're chilling, we range, we pop. We range, we pop. We range, we pop. We range, we pop. We range. All right. We just talked about that. I think that was last week. We discussed the nature of the beast with XRP. And guys, this pop wasn't even really that crazy, but you could have saw it coming. Local downtrend right there. Retest breakout. So from the retest to the top of that was about a 12% move. That's a pretty significant move. I mean, on the it had the candle, it had the grayscale candle. All right, it's kind of hard to predict something like that happening, and it has obviously come down a little bit since then. But we did identify the characteristics of how XRP pumps. So let's look into a little bit of details here. So it saw a 6% jump really quick, as we just highlighted. It's the XRP market cap surged by an impressive $2.59 billion in a handful of minutes, catapulting its total market cap to over $32 billion. So, guys, that's what I mean when people try to tell me that there's not dry powder on the sides. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. A lot. And, guys, this is just good for accessibility all in all, especially, first of all, it's Grayscale, giving them a pat on the back. All right. It's giving more people ways to reach XRP. All right. Notably, the news comes out from the Finbold article. Notably, the news comes out hot on the heels of the Ripple's decisive victory in its legal battle with the SEC, removing a major cloud over XRP's future. Now that the lawsuit's over, there should be no more suppression, right? XRP should actually pump now, right? Because the idea is that this thing's been suppressed this whole time. Well, now there's no excuse, especially with Grayscale's move to launch an XRP trust is particularly significant. It's seen as a strategic step towards what many believe could eventually lead to the first spot XRP ETF, or an exchange traded fund, in the United States. Such a development could open the floodgates for broader institutional investment in XRP. Here's a tweet from Grayscale themselves. We are proud to announce the creation of a new single asset crypto investment fund, Grayscale XRP Trust, which will be available through private placement, available to eligible accredited investors. And, that is kind of like legal stock market kind of jargon stuff. I think that's why so many people like crypto. Like, you don't need to be an accredited investor to just buy XRP, just to be your own broker, to be your own bank, to be self-sovereign. And that's the beauty of crypto. But, there is still the whales, the stock market whales. They have deeper pockets than the general crypto folks. The valuation of the stock market is much larger than crypto. And that is because they do it, by the book, this legit way, accredited investors and trusts and ETF. They don't do it the way we do it. All right. But that's also a really good thing that there is accessibility to projects like XRP from Grayscale, because what's going to happen next? We've seen a Bitcoin ETF. We've seen Ethereum. Now XRP is getting a Grayscale trust. What's next? Solana? Dogecoin? Chainlink? Cardano? Like, you get my point. You know what I mean? So this is really, it's a big win for crypto optics in the mainstream, as in like crypto getting a pat on the back from the legacy, from the big people at the top of the staircase with the big curly wigs on their heads. We know them. You know the type. You've seen them. It's good for the XRP army, obviously, but I really think it makes more of a statement for the potential of all altcoins and what it looks like to have that type of real success that all altcoins strive to have, because this is beyond just Bitcoin now. Obviously Bitcoin opened a lot of doors, but I think a lot of altcoins are about to break through a lot of windows. And I think that when we see an Ethereum ETF, an XRP Grayscale Trust, it's just going to continue to snowball for more altcoins. And it's really just going to help global accessibility. And it's really going to help, big whale people that, might not be generally crypto folks, want exposure to crypto through the legitimate windows in the stock market. And I really think that is obviously going to help price action in the long run, because now those stock market whales have deep pocket accessibility to an XRP trust with Grayscale. So guys, this is really, really, really amazing news. Big shout out to the XRP army. Couldn't be more excited for them. We all know, this is the kind of news that they've been waiting for. Thank God. You know what I mean? It's been a long road for everybody on XRP, and man, I'm just glad to see something going down, something happening, and at least it's Grayscale that's actually doing it. So that speaks volumes. So there you go. All right, so gonna keep the ball rolling here. I do want to talk about a handful of charts today. Maybe do some call out charts. Let me check out the chat here. I don't know why it just kind of scrolled weird. Hold on. Why did I zoom in on my chat? What the hell just happened to me? Well, the Grayscale, without being accredited. Well, yeah, to be honest with you, JC, I don't do that stuff. I'm 100% crypto, so I wouldn't know what that means, like how that works at that level. But what I will say is, at least it's a step forward. You get my point. Like, at least it's something, because we all know XRP needs it. All right. I don't know why I got to X out of my chat here and then pop it back out, because it's being very strange. And pop out chat. There we go. Let me mute this bad boy. Okay, there we go. We're back. Sweet. I don't know why that was as weird as it was. All right, I do want to check out a handful of charts here, but guys, like I said, members only live stream today. Well, why don't I just hang my hat on 2 o'clock so there's not a weird time thing? Members only live stream at 2 o'clock for sure. And that is when we, really go down the rabbit hole from, stuff from the Telegram group. And guys, I did show this yesterday. The past 2 days on Telegram, that's what we did. So 3 days ago, the past 3 days on Telegram, this is what we did. We have been murdering trades. Not to mention, I will show you one trade that was just picture perfect. that we got from the Telegram group as well. So if you want to join the Grogger Nation, send me an email at ajalphagroup@gmail.com and become a member of the channel. I mean, if you want to, if you're on the fence about getting into the Telegram group, become a member, because then you can watch the members only live streams and get a feel for the types of positions and the kind of thought process behind the trades you're getting in the Telegram group. And then once that light goes off in your head, oh, wow, if I was in the group, I would have caught this before it happened. You're going to want to join the group. So I'm telling you, become a member of the channel. Join us for members only at 2:00. It's a big win for everybody. So, and I will, maybe I'll at the end of the show, I'll give 10 memberships away or something like that. So French Toaster said, I need that hat. You know what's funny, French Toaster? When you go through the emojis, you can't change the color of the hat. There's only a blue hat in the emojis. There's not a red hat. Isn't that some bullshit? Trigger warning. I'm offended. Not my favorite. Connor Lang says, the only thing stopping me from joining the Telegram group is not knowing how to trade. Connor, my guy, that's every reason you should join the Telegram group, bro. If you don't know how to trade, learn, and at least, Connor, become a member of the channel and watch the members only live stream today and get a feel for it. You know what I mean? At least like dip your toes in the water and learn. That's what I would do. I'm one of those people that once I get into something, I jump in it both feet, completely like obsessed. I'm certainly that type of person. And ever since, I got a feel for crypto, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. This is the rest of my life. And here we are a couple years later. Looking at the Bitcoin 4-hour chart, has come down a little bit since a couple hours ago. It was in the 58s, now in the high 57s. But guys, Bitcoin is kind of I don't hate where it is right now. I know Crypto Face with the impulse theory waves, kind of saying that could lead to a breakdown. I do kind of understand that theory, but with the way this month is shaping up, kind of like zooming in on even like the Bitcoin 4-hour right here. All right, we are, towards the top of a momentum wave here. We do have a little bit of bearish divergence on the last two little spikes right here. Okay. Bitcoin very easily could get rejected from the 200 EMA, shoot down this hill here, maybe test this little local uptrend, or even break through it and test lower lows. That very well could happen. All right. But this is what I'm going to say. If you've watched this channel the past couple of days, you'll know all of the setups that I have been talking about that are on the verge of breaking out. Let me just go through them really fast. Ondo, 3-day chart, bullish divergence, verge of breakout. H-bar, 3-day chart, bullish divergence, verge of breakout. Algorand, curved trend line, but bullish divergence on the 3-day, needs to get to 16 cents before we can have that conversation. But if Algorand gets to where the volume is at 19 cents, that's about a 50% move. VeChain, daily chart, bullish divergence, verge of breaking out. The Graph, daily chart, bullish divergence, verge of breaking out. Jasmy, daily chart, bullish divergence, verge of breaking out. Cardano, 3-day chart, bullish divergence, verge of breaking out. This is a pattern I've seen across a lot of altcoin charts. All right. So going back to Bitcoin, if the theory is that Bitcoin's going to, impulse wave down the hill, okay, all of those altcoin charts I just showed you, and I mean all of them, are going to break down if that's the theory. I don't think that's the case because of the bullish divergence on the altcoin oscillators. Obviously, Bitcoin runs the show. Bitcoin always has run the show. But I feel that if we can survive September, Q4 is going to be an explosion. We could pause a little bit, tax sell-off Christmas time, and then January could be whatever. And I really think early next year, February, March 25 is when we're going to really wake up. I don't see all of those charts I showed you. I don't think they're breaking down. And I can make a lot of arguments for that, speaking with technical analysis. But even with Bitcoin here, man, it really comes down to getting out of this downtrend. And Bitcoin, is going to run out of room here. Really, if we even extend just this local, uptrend, obviously pretty rough measurement here. That doesn't got to be perfect, but point of intersection from the local uptrend to the macro downtrend, we're talking October 12th. All right, so in a month, Bitcoin can range inside of this box, but in a month it will be forced to break out. It will always happen before a full month, but you get my point, right? And then even if you're talking, Bitcoin support resistance, like this big support resistance level that we just reclaimed at, 56.6, that point of intersection is probably a little further down the hill, probably December 3rd. So in December 3rd, Bitcoin could do this, but eventually it will break out, obviously well before that. But you get my point. And I mean, the thing is that like when we're talking Bitcoin daily chart, right? Oh, did not mean to draw that line. When we're talking Bitcoin daily chart, it doesn't look bad. Like it really doesn't. What I don't like about the Bitcoin daily chart is the EMA cross. But I have seen a bunch of EMA crosses lately that have kind of gone like this and then kind of curve back over themselves. Like it does happen. And I think that this EMA, this death cross could happen. And if in the event it happens, what it comes down to is, can Bitcoin put in a higher low? Can Bitcoin hold this line? Could Bitcoin get rejected and go to 54? Could it double bottom at 53.5? Could it come back here and retest this? I mean, even if Bitcoin comes down here and turns around, comes down and turns around here instead of going all the way down to this line, that could still be somewhat bullish. You know what I mean? I do feel I am kind of grasping for straws to nullify the death cross on the daily. I am. But the alt setups just look so good, man. Like they really do. Large time frame stuff. And guys, and even with this EMA cross, it's not like that bad. Like it doesn't have to just blab that does not have to happen. Like there are examples on when EMAs aren't as bad as people want to make them out to be. Like on like death crosses. Death crosses can be, it can happen, a week can go by and it can turn around. I've seen it 100 times, but we certainly do got to keep a close eye on that. That's for sure. That's my biggest worry on the Bitcoin chart right now. And to be fair, 3-day chart for Bitcoin. All right. It doesn't really have, the bullish divergence setup that a lot of the altcoins have. Not at all. But it does have a green dot here in the past 3 days. It does have this momentum to speak of here. All right. It didn't even really come close to testing the 200. I mean, this thing could get back above the 50 EMA and continue. All right. So, I mean, obviously you can look at a lot of different time frames and make your argument, but I really think September is going to be September. When has September not been September? It's going to be bloody. And even when you look at the weekly, like kind of just look at market cipher on the weekly, we are in the green. All right. And it is kind of coming down. But if this momentum wave comes out to say here in the next 2 weeks, for the rest of September, we print this green dot and continue. All right. Anytime there's a term of bullish continuation, the green, just because the green's coming down here and it's coming down here, doesn't mean it can't, like, it doesn't have to go to the red. The green literally could come to here, print a green dot and wake back up. It doesn't have to go past the 50 line, or like in terms of bearish or bullish continuation. Like to expand on that argument, look at this. Look at here in the red, when it was in the red, right? Look at the curvature here. It does look like it's going to curve. Looks like that you would think from here, oh, we're going back to the green. No, bearish continuation. That can happen. That does happen. It doesn't have to be like so cut and dry, which is why you have to really pay attention to this stuff. But, I overall, I think September is going to be tough. And really the weekly candle, this weekly candle that we have right now, the fact that, we have already engulfed the last weekly candle, not the whole but we've engulfed the body of the candle. You know what I'm saying? If we could get a close here, that would be a pretty good look, despite the fact the momentum wave's going the other way. That would be significant, because really this right here, this red candle right here basically engulfed the previous green one, and that was a big sign of weakness. But if this green one comes back and combats and engulfs this red one, we're pushing towards the breakout. And guys, we will break out eventually. It's a matter of time. Things can only be so bad for so long. If it's a couple weeks, if it's a couple months, there will be a point in time where if we draw this downtrend all the way down here, Bitcoin, could Bitcoin go like this? Yep, it could. But one day it will break out. It will break out, and we got to react to that. We have to keep a close eye on those types of trades. When you put a chart in a situation where it has to do something one way or the other so you can properly react to the market, that is what we're looking for here, ladies and gentlemen. And that is what we've done pretty well. I did just want to zoom in on the 2 hour here just to kind of get a feel for what's going on. And it is kind of, had a couple closes above the 2 hour, didn't get that far. Also, when you consider this support resistance right here, it even goes a little further back here. Okay. All right. That's a pretty big level locally when you're talking, the end of August, a couple rejections, a couple fights. It was the ceiling, it was the floor, it was the ceiling, back and forth. This level is 58.5. It's actually 58.56, but let's just call it 58.5. And this was the most recent rejection as well. And then we wicked up to it and got rejected again. So that is the big bull alarm for Bitcoin at the moment. And I do like the curvature of the EMAs on the 2 hour because the 50 EMA is pushing to the 200. Maybe we could get a bull cross on the 2 hour and get back into the 60s and have a conversation for a breakout. That is extremely possible. But the first thing is first. And guys, this support resistance level goes much further back. That's a super relevant level, 58.5. So make sure you have a big alarm set on 58.5. If you want to, kind of conditional range Bitcoin, you could go from here, which was, two pretty significant touches there. Be 55.6. That's a pretty big range. If you wanted to run a tighter range, you could go from here. It's a pretty big stopping point as well with the, floor here, ceiling here, rejection here, floor here. So that's a pretty big level as well. So, all right, we talked 58.5, big level, 57.2, 57.3, big level, and 55.650, big level. So keep an eye on those Bitcoin setups. So I am going to, give myself a pat on the back for a job well done here. I'm trying to find the chart. 1 second. There it is. So Telegram group, we nailed this SWE setup, and we've been nailing SWE setups for a hot minute now. Currently looking at the 23-minute chart. So let's kind of go back in time. When we talked about, when SWE, we were in August, all right, and this support resistance level here, where that's a big giant circle is drawn, that has been the level for SWE, at least for me, for the past little while, and I kind of get rid of it. So first of all, we had to break through this level here, top to bottom, 17% trade in less than 24 hours. And then that kind of created this downtrend. Okay. And then there was also this local uptrend that formed from this bottom here up to this bottom here. And we drew that line through, and we drew that line and said, okay, if SWE got rejected from here, if this thing comes down, breaks through that is obviously a trade, and we can use this previous level here as a target. And sure enough, look what happened. From there to the target is 15%. It happened in a day and 8 hours. All the way to the bottom would be actually a 20% move in 6 days. But I think most people, most of the body of the trade was from here to here, which was, like I said, was 15%. We talked about that one. But then we were kind of back in this scenario where, okay, so now we're coming back up to these levels, but the problem with breaking through this level here is that we know the downtrend is coming, and we got to break through the downtrend. So you could go long from the break of this level, anticipating the downtrend, and if you did that, it would have been a 20% move, or even if you did it from the dip and if you reclaim that level, 20% move in about a day. Or if you went long just from the break of the uptrend, 10% trade in 14 hours. If you're in the trade, you're still up 5.5%. And now here we are. So let's kind of talk SWE from here. So now what, right? So let's draw this line across from where SWE had this previous high. And guys, it's a really good sign of strength. Even though SWE kind of got shut down at that level, it actually got above that level and put in a slightly higher high. Higher highs. That is structurally strong. We want to see higher lows, higher highs, and see bullish structure. That is the most important statement here. And even we kind of have this, ascending, broadening channel that formed really at the very beginning of September. And Sweet is looking really good. I just did that thing where I accidentally zoomed way too far in, and I don't know what the hotkey is to get out of that. So every time I accidentally do that to my chart, I just X out and go to another one. And it's all good. Oh, I can't show you that one because that's the one with all the levels for the group. I'm sorry. If you want to see that chart, you got to join the group. All right, share this tab instead. Let me X out that last one. Leave. Okay, there's ICP. Maybe we could talk about that in a minute. All right, so basically, we're looking at the 2 hour now, and SWE is looking pretty good on the 2 hour. But basically, we have this kind of, ascending, broadening channel here. And really, if SWE, so say, and we're talking this level, how SWE put in a slightly higher high, which is structurally really strong. SWE even could get rejected, come back down to 91 cents, test 200 EMA, and technically still be in an uptrend. And it does have a little bit of bearish divergence forming here on the 2 hour. So I think some of this SWE move, am I saying you missed the move? No, you didn't. But if you want to consider like 12-minute time frame stuff, really we want to, if we're trying to scalp the short of this, couple things. We're in a local uptrend, right? So any short, it's going to be a scalp. All right. Anytime, if you're in a downtrend, you're going long, it's a scalp. If you're in an uptrend, you're going short, it's a scalp. All right. Very rarely, sometimes they become swings. Scalps can become swings, but that's kind of a different conversation. But my point here is, okay, so we're aware of this level, which actually coincides with the retest right here. That's a very big level at 99 cents. SWE's at $1.02. So I would say if SWE closes a candle below the 50 EMA, you could go short from there, or you could wait for it to go below this support resistance, because this is actually the level. This is actually like the big level that matters for like local price action stuff. Or even, hey, if you want to take on a little bit more risk, which is fine. I mean, the curvature of the money flow, bearish divergence, it does make sense that SWE is going, it had an extremely sharp move up. And we've talked about this 100 times, guys. Every time we see a really sharp move up, that's not going to sustain itself. And you could even draw that trend line, touching right here and touching right here, and see how we're coming down to it. We break this trend line and close underneath the 50 EMA on the 12-minute chart. You could easily get a short move out of that. Just kind of be aware of some of the levels coming down the hill, 93.8, 99 cents, and then ultimately be aware of this this kind of the structure of the broadening ascending uptrend, where the bottom of this is probably a pivot point unless it breaks down and out, which I don't think will happen. So I think SWE is looking strong in this uptrend. Big congratulations to everybody in the group that also nailed this trade. I know y'all have been doing extremely well in the group, and I'm super, super proud of you guys. Let me check the chat here. I haven't been looking in a minute. Desert Crypto, did I miss the TA on XRP? Are we going to 589 now? I don't think we're ever going to 589, to be honest with you. Okay, so guys, with the Phemex trading thing, so there has been a little bit of confusion, because at first I was told that on September 1st it was over and the KYC window was closed, but now things are taking longer than they thought, and the KYC window is still open. I just don't know how long it's going to be open. But the thing is that if you want to make a Phemex account and you don't want to have to KYC, you can do it right now. Also, because of all this confusion that happened, we extended the sign up for my Phemex trading competition, and that I just copy pasted the link into the chat. That door is closing on September 29th. So we have, more than a week, more than 2 weeks to really kind of get our ducks in a row for this competition. It's going to be really good. And if you don't have a Phemex account and you don't want to have to KYC, you can still do that right now. I didn't know that. I was just told that the window is still open for a little while. But yeah, we are doing a trading competition over at Phemex. Definitely get involved. I just put the link in the chat, and big shout out to Phemex, a major sponsor of this channel. A lot of love for them for sure. Wait, where is hold on, I forgot about one little thing. I gotta find it. Why is this so impossible to find? Okay. So I do have to wait 1 second. All right, so I got all right, little game plan here. I'm going to do. I lost my stream are. Sorry for this pause there. I'm going to do 1 or 2 more quick charts. I have to plug a quick sponsor of the channel, and then I got to talk about something, and then we're going to go. I'm going to try to do all that in like 10-minute stops. All right. So first of all, there's over 130 people watching this show. Thank you guys so much for being here. I do have the members only live stream at 2 p.m. Make sure you become a member of the channel. It makes a big difference. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz. But this is my last live stream for the week because tomorrow we are going to Vegas for the UFC fight. Want to let you guys know that. So going to go over a couple quick charts here. And of course, I'm going to save a lot of charts for the Telegram group, as mentioned before. Oh, did not need to move that. So one I wanted to talk about first of all is FET. I've been talking a lot about FET lately, and we did completely nail the idea of the head and shoulders forming. Okay, we shoulder, head, and then we were here, and I said, okay, for the shoulder to form, we have to come back down to this level, and FET came down to that level. We did completely nail that, and then we broke the breakout of the local downtrend. So we nailed this move down and this move up in the past week or two on the FET chart. But now what, right? Now what? If you missed the chart, you're like, great, AJ, you called that trade. Good job. But I didn't get in it. So now what? I get that vibe, guys. I really do. But here, so now what is we do have this kind of downtrend forming. If we look at this all lines up pretty perfect, right? 3 touches. Let's really hope that FET can break out of this, can continue up and get to that neckline, because the neckline for the head and shoulders is here. All right. Inverse head and shoulders, excuse me. And, so we really do want to see it move up because we all know the upside. We all know that, this thing goes, we're talking, 71% move up to the measured move in the event that happens. We are looking at a 2-hour chart right now, but I do think this thing is going to give us a bit of a fight. I do. We kind of have had an unexpected move up in September, and I'm still waiting for September to September. And we kind of have anchor wave, trigger wave, bearish diversions, 2-hour chart, but we also are heavy in the green. So what I would say for this FET chart right now, also, if you wanted to add an awareness level in right here, you could, because this was a little high. And then we also bounced off of it here before continuing up to this downtrend. So if you want to 2-hour chart, draw this downtrend. Okay, connect this to this to this, set that, alarm it, and then set this alarm at 137.7 and 134.2, and also the next one's 127.3. So the thing is, if we're closing candles below the 50 EMA and we lose this level, we can make an argument that FET could come down the hill here. And obviously, if we break out, we could react to that too. I am a little hesitant to go long, considering how much it has moved up. And guys, and we always talk about this when we have these sharp moves, right? These sharp moves do not sustain themselves. And look, I already have the idea drawn in blue right here. I'll change the color here. Let me get rid of the EMA because we know where the EMA is. All right, so we've already kind of started thinking about this idea here. Let me change the color to like white, make it a little bit thicker so you can see it. Okay, so all right, so look, this uptrend is not going to sustain itself. Eventually, this thing will break down, and we got to react to that. So be aware of kind of more macro downtrend, local support resistance, volume support resistance, and the sharp nature of this uptrend. All of those things needs alarmed. If you can react to any of those things and nail a trade. So there you go. I certainly will go a little bit further in depth into that one as well. I don't think that one's worth talking about. Yeah, Ondo. All right, so I do want to plug Ondo really quick here. I am going to be doing a price prediction video on Ondo. You will see that this weekend. But price action right now, we are in like a straight up descending channel here. It's been this way since June. Okay. And it's only a matter of time, guys, because it did finally put in a higher low. Structurally speaking, that's really strong. It also put in, it is holding that floor there. It's good to see that. We can kind of start to form the structure, but in the same breath right now. And this is what I mean by when things get close to breaking out. Anytime things get close, you see this bearish divergence forming here. It's not just going to give us what we want. It's never, ever going to happen. Charts never just give you what they want. This thing is going to maybe come up to here, get rejected, whittle, at the last minute. It will choose which side of the fight it's going to be on. All right. So, but I think we can react to this trade here. We did, have this kind of local idea. I'm pretty sure I talked about, it's kind of the curve nature of this breaking out. You could have caught that move up and the bounce off the 50 EMA, but now we kind of have this here. Let me zoom into like a 12-minute. Let me fix this. Let me just get rid of that one. One sec. Okay, so we certainly got this, this level here. We also, what else do we have to look at here? Obviously, the, kind of local nature of this uptrend. Try to get this the best I can. It's a very strange uptrend. I would kind of draw it like that to kind of really give it that space. And then we have obviously this support resistance level here. Big one as well. So a couple of things we can react to here on the, obviously we know the structure of the zoomed out formation, kind of the high or low with the multi-month downtrend, but locally, all right, we do have a bit of volume down here. All right. So we have a gap in the volume profile. All right. Kind of implying that if we came down, we lose this local uptrend. We lose this support resistance at 61.5 cents. We could maybe see a move back down to this kind of box of chop, and not from the current price, but from the loss of that level. That is 4.8% down the hill. So you could certainly anticipate that. Or obviously, if we break this above level here at 64.2, you could go long, but just be aware that you might be running into this hill. But there is still room to trade that. I mean, by the time it happens, 5%. So I think that I right now I'm thinking we caught a little wind in September, and I think like a dump over the weekend would not surprise me. But I don't think it's going to put us out of the race. I think it's just going to, right now we're towards the top of the trends. I think we're going to go to the bottom of the trends because we still have a lot of room to go to the bottom and still go to the top and still ultimately break out. So, that's kind of my thoughts on that. So I do want to give a quick shout out to one of the sponsors on the channel. You all know who, Anthony Pomp is. He has this project I have talked about on the channel before. I just want to thank them for a quick, plug-in partnership at this point in the chat, at this point in the live stream. So basically, I want to kind of start off by linking this to Trump's, bigger financial goals. Like regardless how you feel about Trump, he's consistently, championed financial innovation. He's a business guy, and crypto is at the center of a lot of this disruption. And DeFi technology is the project that I'm talking about and have talked about previously on this channel. Is a leader in decentralized finance, and it's playing a crucial role in this transformation. So basically, it has a pretty innovative approach, actually, to building its key crypto infrastructure, and it also aligns with the forward-thinking strategy that Trump has promoted for, the economy and his bigger financial goals, as I mentioned. So where it gets exciting is that this company I'm talking about, and remember, this is Pomp is heavily involved in this. It's not like just some random project. This project is aligned with some really, really big names. And I generally don't talk about projects unless they have a pretty solid pat on the back from a lot of legitimate people. I've seen people go down that road. I'm not going down that road, and I choose to align with the projects that actually make sense. So basically, it's completely undervalued. The ticker is DEFTF. They just posted some record-breaking financials with $98 million in revenue in the last quarter and $66.5 million in net income. But its market cap is still super cheap at only $615 million, giving its price to earnings ratio of 3, and that's pretty ridiculous. So a price to earnings this low for a company that's already making that much money, you kind of get my point. If a company is only worth 615 million, but last quarter it put 98 million in revenue on the board, 66.5 million in net income, but it's only worth 16. Like, you really got to pay attention to price to earnings ratio. That's super important in the stock market, and it's actually really important in crypto. Make sure you look into which crypto projects are actually making money, projects that are actually making revenue. Definitely look into like the Masari reports. They certainly help with that. So I do want to talk about just kind of the elements of the DeFi's business model. Valor Asset Management. Basically, with cryptocurrencies and ETP, exchange trading projects, exchange traded products, they're leading the charge in Europe. They have a regulatory license. They're super legit. This gives, and they also have like a major first mover advantage over there on the other side of the ocean. Basically, their staking is pretty remarkable. I have had I've talked to a couple of people about this project. I haven't personally done it, but from what I've heard with them, they're earning about 8 to 10%. And that's pretty unheard of in like the normal financial world. And I certainly want to look into how they're pulling that off. But if they can consistently recycle that for everybody, big pat on the back for them. But yeah, they're doing really well. And Pomp, obviously, big shout out to Pomp. The trading firm that was founded, it's called Reflexivity Research, I believe. Reflexivity Research, founded by Pomp. And we all know who Pomp is. Big shout out to him. And he also supports Trump, and he has shares in DeFi Technologies. And basically, when someone like Pomp says, hey, this is extremely undervalued, they're making money, their price to earn ratio is exorbitant, that checks out. So I do want to give a big shout out to them. Big thank you to DeFi Technologies. I have done sponsored plugs with them on the show before. And I really do choose carefully who I align myself with. And I've seen, the wrong side of that coin. So when a project comes down the pipe that, has these kinds of backing, maybe I'll make a video about them sometime in the future. I mean, why not? Why not? So big thank you to them, sponsor of the channel for sure. Amazing. So Popcat is printing money both ways, says Desert Crypto. Hell yeah. Actually, let's take a quick. I do got to get off the show. I know Ben's probably already live, but actually, here's the thing. If you want to look at the Popcat chart, you got to join. You got to become a member of the channel. Join the Telegram group, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. I'm going to give away 10 memberships for people to join for 1 month. It's loading on my screen right now. I hope you win. Let me click buy. I'm giving away 10 memberships. And if you're about to receive a free membership, please come back. Join at 2 p.m. We're doing the members only live stream. Like French Toaster, how did you not have a membership? What? You know what I mean? But it's okay, because I want to give out memberships so you guys see the value in the members only live stream. I go pretty far under the surface on my normal live stream, but on my members only live stream, that is really where we talk about my personal trades, my personal setups, what we're doing on the charts, and I don't hold any punches. And I really want you guys to see the value in that and the value in the Telegram group. I know there's over 200 people in the Telegram group. We only started it a couple months ago, so I am super excited for that. So everybody who just won a membership, French Toaster, Monster Live, Sock Insanity, NBF Forum, Just My Thoughts, Ben Simmons, IO End, Miles, Savani, Bitcoin Henry, Nola 504. Congratulations. Really hope to see you all at the members only live stream at 2:00. And it's only $3 a month to become a member from the chat for the channel. I don't want it to be a bunch of money. I want it to be cheap so people but I do believe in the concept of people paying for something. I don't want to give everything away for free, because if you pay for something, it makes you try harder. If you just do it for free, like if you play a poker game for free with your buddies, no one cares who wins. You know what I mean? But if you put $10 on the table, everyone gets competitive, everyone pays attention, because you actually invested your own money into it. And that I certainly want to use that kind of effect in the Telegram group and for memberships, because I've done extremely well trading, and I want to help as many people as I can make life-changing money. I want to help however I can, and I can only do it through sharing my personal experience to you. So with all that said, I hope to see y'all back here at 2 p.m. Make sure you smash the like button on the way out the door. Big shout out to DeFi Technologies. Really appreciate you. And you guys rock. Shout out to my Grogger Nation. And guys, go check out that video that I just put out. Here, let me find that really fast. YouTube. I just want to show it to you really quick. And also make sure you sign up for the trading competition Phemex. We have a couple weeks, but make sure you sign up for it now to get it going. And then let me go to videos, share this tab instead. Boom, 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 boom. Right here, Ken Cardano reach $5 bullish price prediction. This is an episode of Decentralized Dialogues with Desert Crypto and John Carter from JPEG Empire. Make sure you go give them a follow. Really cool guys. And I like doing decentralized dialogues because you want to talk to the communities about each crypto project. You don't want to talk, you don't always want to talk to the CMOs. You want to talk to the members of the community that actually are going through it, not the people that are putting the show on. And I think getting both sides of obviously talking to the CMOs is important too. I'm just saying you want to get both sides of the fence, and that's why Decentralized Dialogues is an important show for me. And it's a good way to reach out to other community members in a lot of communities and talk crypto. And that's what I love to do. That's what I'm going to continue to do. And I'm going to do it again at 2 p.m. for the members only live streams. My name is AJ Rice Crypto. Safe rest of your day. Smash the likes on the way out the door. Get